Hello everyone, welcome to the Monday forecast. So let's get right into looking at the pairs. So for the euro and the US dollar, when we opened, we broke the low, retraced, and now we broke the high and got some continuation. So we got one candle and a clean close, and then we got another candle, and looks like we will get a clean close. So for me currently this is a reversal play, so this is a descending and then a reversal up. I'm seeing this descending structure right here, then another push, and then a smaller descending right here. So I am looking at this for a long trade, and what I would like to see, a nice flag, something like this, or maybe I would like to see a nice descending structure to the entry area. The entry point would be this inside bar, but it all depends on how we close. So if this just leaves a large wick, then I will definitely reconsider my trade. But if we get a clean close, then I'm looking for a long trade to go to the upside. Also, what I'm searching for is if we get a bigger push. Also, I'm looking for a long trade. Or maybe if we get a push, pull back, another push, then a break and retest. Or if we start to ascend at the top of this impulse, I would look for a reversal. Or maybe if we just get a V reversal, then I would look for a small range and a continuation of the second V leg, which would be this one. So common pattern. Or I would see if we get a large impulse down and then look for a flag. Or if we start to descend and then break the low, we can reverse to the upside and get that long trade. And another possibility is that we just range around between the low and the high. So this is a common pattern, especially because it's Monday and Tuesday, so predominantly range bound days. And we can get these larger ranges, especially on the euro pairs. So that's it for EU. And now let's take a look at EJ. So this one was very range bound. Right here it was very range bound, stuck in this range. And now currently, so the market opened and then we broke the high, retraced, broke the high and got some continuation. But we are in the liquidity area. So currently price is in the upper liquidity area, and we need to see if the price will just retrace back and continue ranging, or if it will actually continue and then give us maybe a flag, which I'm then looking for. But yeah, this is now in this crucial area where it can just retrace, so we need to see how this closes and if it gets some continuation. So also I'd like to see a push, a pullback to the most recent high and then an entry. We can start to ascend right here, then get a reversal down and look for a short trade. Or we can get this V, then look for a range, another push down and look for a short trade. Or we can get a descending, look for a reversal up and then a long trade. And if we do get that larger range, since it is Monday and Tuesday, so predominantly range bound days, we again need to be careful about those liquidity areas. So the upper liquidity area and this lower liquidity area, because here price can just retrace back into the range. So we need to see a nice large break, either to the downside or to the upside. So that is it for EJ, currently stuck in this range, and I'm seeing if it will break out or retrace back and continue with the range bound price action. So let's take a look at the Aussie and the US dollar. So I actually was in a trade right about on a Friday. So let me take it back right here. So I had a pending order at this point, because what I was seeing this nice push, then I was seeing this indecision. So we broke the low, retrace, broke the high, retrace, but then we continued, and at this point I placed a pending short order and then I got tagged in. But this was the same time that I was communicating with some of the other traders, and so they all said that this didn't fit their plan because of this break and retrace above, and then I decided to close this trade for a break even. So didn't follow my plan in this case. And if I would have followed my plan, so if I didn't close it at break even because I was unsure of the trade, to be honest, I would have banked, I think, 1% because I would have closed it on Friday at 8. So around here I would close it, so around 1.7%, but decided to close it for a break even and didn't follow my plan. But that is what can happen. It's just trading. Sometimes that will occur, so need to be a little bit more careful next time. And yeah, what happened then? So price continued to the downside, and then we actually continued with this downtrend. We got a break and retrace here, then we continued to downside, then we got a small pullback and continued with 2 candles. So, and then we got this candle, so this started to look really good. This started to look like a really nice trend to the downside. And what actually happened, there was an opportunity to enter another short trade. So at this point we broke the low retrace, then we broke the high retrace, which gave me a huge warning sign that the trend will not continue down. So this is a very similar story to what happened right here, so this is a warning sign when we break the low retrace, break the high retrace, leave wicks. And this is also a warning sign where we have a downtrend, then we break the low retrace, leave a wick, and we break the high and retrace. So then we continue down, but then we broke the low with just 1 candle. And at this point I wanted to see at least a 2 candle break, so I wanted to see another push. I wanted to see another candle down because of this prior warning sign. So if this didn't exist, so if we didn't break the high here, I would be very happy to place a pending short order. But since we did break the low and then break the high, I was looking for 1 more candle. So I stayed out of this short trade. Maybe some people had a pending short order. For me, it didn't fit my plan and I stayed out. So then we broke the high and retraced. And currently what I'm looking for, so I'm looking for either for a reversal and then a flag to go long, or maybe a reversal and then a descending to the entry area. Or I'm seeing if maybe the price will continue down, then I would look for a short trade, because we can see that this happened already right here and we still continue down. But it all depends on how the momentum looks like. So if we get a nice large momentum, I'm definitely looking for a short trade. But if we just break the low retrace, then I'm just staying out and sitting on my hands. So yeah, also what can happen, we can get more of a descending structure. So we can get more of this descending right here and then I'll look for a reversal up and a long trade. Or we can get an ascending. Then that would signal further ranging price action, as then we would get a descending into an ascending, which usually turns out into these larger structures where we get a descending into an ascending into another descending channel. Also, so what can happen, we can get push down and then a pullback and then look for a break and retest trade. Very high probability, very nice setup. Same thing to the upside, so we can get a push, then look for a long trade, or maybe another push and then a break and retest trade. And what I need to keep in mind is if we do start to form that ascending into a descending, so we need to take a look at those liquidity areas, which are below and above the ranging price action. And also, since it is Monday, and we know that Monday is predominantly range bound, I'm being a little bit more careful. So that is also one of the reasons why I didn't really like this trade, since on Monday usually the setups need to be very high probability to work out. So I'm being a little bit more patient. But even if it weren't Monday, this definitely would not fit my plan. So yeah, now let's switch to the final pair. So This is the Aussie and the Japanese yen. And for this pair, well, what I'm seeing is that we had this sort of a trend up. So we were trending to the upside, trending correctively, I have to say. And then we started to range around, and then we broke the low, retraced. So currently this is signaling to me a range. We can see clearly we are stuck in this range. So we broke the low, retraced, and now we broke the high, retraced. So what I'm expecting this. And I'm just probably going to be sitting on my hands, since we are trend traders and not range traders. When we see this, we just want to wait for more evidence and some more confirmation and a nice impulse up or a nice impulse down. So if we get that nice impulse up, I'll look for a long trade. Or if we get a nice large impulse down, I'm looking for that short trade. And I'm also seeing how we react in these liquidity areas. So do we break into them with some large momentum and then get a continuation pattern, or do we just break into them, leave a wick and retrace, which usually tends to create more range bound price action. So this one is not looking good for anything. This pair is just looking to me heavily range bound. We are starting to see that this up move has been exhausted, so we are starting to form a top. So let's see if we will either get the price to reverse and then trend down, or if it will maybe continue with the overall trend, and then we will look for an opportunity. So yeah, that is it for the forecast. The markets are starting to move on the euro pairs, so let's see if we get some nice entry areas and some nice trends. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.